Obviously, Madison, did what they did. Well-coached, physical team. Fight you to the end. Couldn't be more proud of my guys. Once again, I think, get lost in all the point scoring is how good our defense is. And once again tonight, they was able to make that team one-dimensional for the most part. Another team I feel like we faced that takes pride in being able to run the football, we was able to make them one-dimensional where we felt like we had the advantage all the time. Obviously with TJ up front and the rest of our guys in the box. And then I really commend my secondary guys. I thought they did a good job breaking up a lot of passes, 50-50 balls. We won most of those battles. So again, offense did what we thought. Madison kind of forced us. They kept the ball in front of them, tried to eliminate us getting over top and behind them. But we let our playmakers make plays, and obviously we was able to run the ball still, so proud of the guys.
Questions?
Coach, I can see the pride in your eyes, I can hear it in your voice. When you're walking out of today, what are you most proud of with this team?
Just proud of their resilience and our resilience. Again, football is football, but it's a lot that we go through, at Freedom and being part of this program that other people don't have to go through. And, to keep fighting through all that stuff is what makes makes me, been through a lot to get to this point, and to get to the mountaintop with these guys.
And if I can ask you to expand on that a little bit, what do you feel like you guys have been through?
Man, I could just alone, 17 times, man. I've been investigated, accused of everything from colleague theft to, you think of it, it's happened. And, even this playoff run, they suspended, one of my coaches for posting on Facebook a song. Last time we was here at the state semis, my own school came in and investigated us. Did I tell them to hurt the quarterback on purpose from the other team, man? So just a little bit of that. It's a lot. But again, I love my guys. I love my school. Shout out, Ms. B, Ms. Bryan, and Mr. Bryson for giving me the opportunity and being able to stick it out.
I want to ask the players, obviously you guys have been dominant all season. I think you won every game by at least 3 touchdowns. What is it about your style of play? What is it about your scheme? What is it about this team that translates to every opponent you play?
I think it all starts in practice. Most of the time we're going best on best, and I know if I'm giving my best, the man across from me is going to give his best, and I feel like that's what separated us throughout the season from the other teams. Not a knock on them, I just feel like, it showed off on the scoreboard and paid off.
I would say working hard in practice. If we work hard in practice, going best on best, like he said, everybody going against each other, making the person across from us better. Just making it better and wave ahead of other teams.
And I know for both of you and for all of you, there's so many moments from this game to pick from. Do you have one that you feel like is going to really stick with you, throughout the years?
I'd definitely say it was the pick six by Harper at the end. They were crawling, trying to get in the end zone. And I feel like that was really the punch in the gut that really got them. And the crowd got into it. And I feel like that was the moment I really took it all in and said, "We got this."
I had to say the same thing when he caught the pick. That was just a great moment. That's when we felt like, all right, the game's over with. We sealed the game.
Jeff, take me through your 63-yard touchdown in the third quarter. One of the things we mentioned on the broadcast was you have an uncanny ability to kind of get away from drawing contact. Did you notice anything on that play that allowed you to just get some separation? Take me through it if you can.
I was just listening to the coaches. They kept telling me, like, don't cut out too fast, So what he said, press the gap and then go out, bounce out. I just did that, bounced outside and then went up to the field. Nobody could stop me.
TJ, Coach mentioned that the defense kind of gets lost in the shuffle with the team setting all these records on offense in terms of scoring points. Take me through what the game plan was, and did that give you guys a little bit of a chip on your shoulder to show just how good the defense was today against a physical football team?
Oh, yeah. We watched them. We felt they were a very good running team. We felt that had been our strong suit all season, and, we felt if we stopped them, that would make it very hard for them to beat us. And I felt we came out and we shut down the run, and, it resorted to them having to pass, and I felt that's how we were able to get up on the scoreboard and keep going.
You guys have had pre-game messages, half-game messages all season from the coach. I'm curious for you, what was the message heading into the game? Anything in particular you wanted to tell these guys?
Well, we hear it, and, we talked about it, being punched in the face. And that's kind of been the thing that everybody says about us, like they haven't been punched in the face. And, and I told the guys last week, always know your why, like why you do this. But, we do some punching too. I think people always think if I punch you in the face, it's gonna knock you out. And I say to them, And if you don't knock me out, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Just football metaphor-wise. But I also think, like they said, I think it's hard to simulate us in practice. You know what I mean? I think other teams do a good job preparing, but it's hard to simulate a TJ or a Jeff or a Juju, or it's hard to, you can simulate the plays, but it's very difficult. I feel like that gives us like advantage this week. Like we can simulate Madison's offense and their personnel better than they can do ours. And like you said, I felt like they gave us a big edge.
Coach, you mentioned how hard it is. At times it felt like it's easy, this whole season, this game in general. Did this come easy to you? And then for the players, was there any moments where this kind of felt easy and the pressure was off despite people expecting you all to win this?
Well, I don't think it ever is easy, but I think, like you said, we got really good in a groove on offense. And I think it allowed us to execute at a high level. I'm never going to say it's easy because, you know, those guys are out there with their face in it, you know what I mean? But it allowed us to continuously execute at a high level consistently. And I think that's a direct result of what you said, being prepared and being multiple. Like, we're not just one-dimensional. We can run it, we can throw it. You know, the quarterback can run it, he can throw it. I think, like you said, that makes it real hard to stop.
Anything for the players?
But for you guys, did it come easy at all for you, Jeff, TJ, out there? It seemed like it was for you at times running the ball.
Yeah, at the end, like, they started getting down when we was getting up, so, you know, it got easier running the ball. You know, they kept listening crazy, so, you know, you just got to read it and then hit the O's and go up the field.
You know, like Coach, I wouldn't say it came easy. You know, throughout the whole season, you know, even though we finished 10-0 in the regular season, we had one goal, which was states. And you know, even though we were beating up on teams every week in practice, you know, he kept us grounded and told us, you know, there's a bigger goal. You know, a bigger goal, and that was our motivation to keep on working until we got to this day. And that's why we came out here and played so hard.
Anything else? Great. Thanks, guys.